Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I am here again, Chantel Ciartisha Kim. Today has been a day of trusting the process, y'all. Trusting the process. Understanding that things don't always go as you plan. You may have an idea, have a passion, a purpose, a destination that you are looking to make it to. And before you get there, all hell seems to break through, which is kind of what I'm experiencing today. I have decided to treat myself to a experience of letting go at the beach, and the beach has definitely decided to let go of me. Okay, so of course I'm not able to get into the water as I normally would have enjoyed doing. I am still enjoying the process of being in the cleansing of the rain, of the winds, of all those things that are being sent to remove those things that no longer serve. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. I am in the midst of a storm, y'all, and I can still find the peace and find the joy and find the bliss and find the happiness, because of course the beach is my happy place. So as I sit here and just reflect on all the joy and all the excitement that is building inside me as I anticipate the weather getting better, I'm just sitting here just taking in the weather and understanding that sometimes we have to weather the storm. Sometimes we can have a belief or an idea of how things are going to work out for us, but in the midst of it, it begins to rain, it begins to storm, the winds begin to pick up, the waves begin to be overtaking, but we must become the observer and still see the good in that experience. So that's what I'm doing today, just really taking the time to see the good in the process and trust the process, because we never know how it will all work to our favor unless we continue to trust it. So as I'm enjoying the cool breeze, as the wind and the waves continue to blow, I still see the goodness, and I understand that, you know what? This isn't the end. This is just one part of the experience. So as we take it in, looking out into the view, they even blocked off the pool, y'all. If you only knew. I would have at least liked to get in the water. I'm dressed for success. I'm here and I remember, and I'm calling out those that are in the storm to take time to breathe, to take time to really see what and how the storm is working for you. How is the storm moving you into what is next in store? As I see these people taking their time to say, you know what? We're here and we're going to enjoy the beach anyway. We are here and we can continue to see the good in the experience, knowing that the weather is not determined on our expectation, right? Even as the sun begins to come out, as y'all can see that sun starting to come out, starting to show its face, and letting me believe that, you know what? The race is not over. As my hair is going all over the place and my crown is continuing to be covered. But we are here and we remember, and there is so much more to discover. So I'm taking it in. I'm enjoying the process. I'm enjoying the idea that I get to choose what comes next. I get to choose how everything still continues to work out for me, even in the midst of things not looking exactly how I intended them to be. But I'm here And that's all that matters. So welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, y'all. Thank you for tapping in. Typically, I come on here and I pull tarot and I talk about universal law and collective consciousness and how good it can get. And today I'm just reflecting in the moment as things are not as good as they can be. You know, sometimes our ground is really flipped upside down. Sometimes our ground gets tangled up in all the thoughts and in all the things that are going on. And sometimes we truly do have to adjust our crown to the situation and the things that are coming through. Oh my goodness, y'all, look at this. This is a tangled mess. I don't even know if I can do it with one hand. Let me see. There we go. All right, and the truth shall set me free, y'all, as I had to adjust my crown because it was definitely getting turned upside down with all the wind and all the waves. But I did want to come in here and, just tap in and say, how do you manage in the storm? What do you do? How do you take cover? How do you begin to navigate and discover what the storm is truly here to teach you? We all have storms. We all have things that come up in our life that don't necessarily align to what it is we truly desire or what we intended to experience. But the moment we make a decision to see it all working out for us, the sun begins to show. The sun begins to come out and it begins to glow. As you know, I'm all about growing, glowing, and flowing. And in this moment, I'm growing, glowing, and flowing. As the wind is blowing, as my heart is truly still being filled, as the rain begins to pour. This is real, y'all. This is really how life can be. You set out on a discovery. You set out with an idea of just how good it can get. And once you get there, all hell breaks loose. Check it out. It's a storm, y'all. But at the same time, I'm just exactly where I need to be. I've been able to find cover. I've been able to know that I am just fine. I am safe. I am supported. I am grounded. I am guided and I am protected. There is a reason that I am here. And it is just for me to take time for me. Take time to discover that you can do what you want to do. And it's not always that everything will turn out exactly how you intended it to. But in that moment, you still get to choose. You get to choose to be sad, to be mad, to be angry, to be frustrated, or you get to choose to be happy, to be joyful, to be blissful, and to know that every season is important. Every situation that you find yourself in is just as important as the next. And it's just about you being able to regulate and maintain your frequency during every test. Because I am truly in a test right now. I'm in a test of time, a test of understanding that everything happens in divine time. Everything happens in a way that is divine. As I got my Love Shack glasses on, I'm going to put my crown back on because we are truly speaking out and fixing crowns in the process. As I continue to fix my crown, even in the midst of the storm, I'm super excited to be able to tap in with y'all. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for being here and sharing this storm with me. How you doing, sister? How you doing? What is going on? Yes, I had to put my crown back on. It was all flipped upside down and it's really not even on very good right now. But, this wind is blowing. but I am still glowing in the midst of the storm. So that is what I'm sent here to say today. You have to continue to adjust your crown in the storms of life. When you feel down, when you feel like things are not going the way you intended, you have to truly know that you are the experience. You truly are the experience. And you are worthy of the good and how good it can get. You know, it is a time to begin to shine in the darkness, to begin to know that even if things around you seem to be in chaos and destruction, it doesn't determine or define who you are. You are the light of the world, as the sun is glowing in the storm, you know? And as I put on my crown and remember, I am the power. I am the message. I am the dream come true. Everything starts the moment I see it through. You know, sometimes when the storms come, we want to run away. We want to say, oh my God, everything is always crumbling around me. But no, these are the times that we still have to stand. We have to stand in the knowing that everything is working for me. Even if it's not the optimal situation, I still get this opportunity to show up for me, to show up in the mindset of seeing the sunshine, of feeling the sand beneath my feet. And I am going to take a walk on that beach. I am. But I didn't want to be completely drenched of rain, although I need the rain. That's very cleansing. But I wanted to be able to do this live as well. And just say, you know, sometimes we have to, as they say, make lemonade out of lemons, or allow our light to shine even in the new beginnings. Greetings, Jackie. Would you want to come in and host? What you talking about, girl? I just might. But I'm thinking that I'm not going to be on here very long. But I did want to tap in and do my day 199. Woo woo! Your girl has gone live on TikTok for 199 days. And I think this is a perfect day to see all the storms and all the things that I've had to go through to get here, you know? And there has been some missed days, maybe one or two, but I started with the same next number so that I would stay true. Staying true. And even on the days that I may not have went live, I did post. So yeah, I'm staying committed to me. And in the process, I'm seeing just how the world is unfolding for me. Even in the midst of trials, in the midst of tribulations and tests, can I still maintain the energy of love, the energy of good vibes, the energy of really going inside and allowing that to be my guide, knowing that everybody is experiencing life. Everybody has the same opportunity to rise to the highest heights. But are you going to be that one? Are you going to be that one that says, nothing can stop me, I'm all the way up? Nothing can stop me, I'm all the way up. Even in the midst of the storm, I'm going to keep my vibration way, way, way up. Because knowing that it is all being sent to serve. The rain is such a cleansing energy, not only for individuals, but for the earth. There is so much that needs to be washed away. There's so much that needs to be recycled, reused, repurposed, rewritten. Even in our own soul experiences, every day we get the opportunity to rewrite our stories. As I've worked with our women this week in our alignment boot camp, we were talking about coming out of the mud. How do you come out of the mud? How do you I was. Find the truth of what this life was sent for me to experience. My eyes are watering here as I'm coming into this remembrance, knowing that everything that was sent for evil, if we were to say, really is intended for good. It's just a matter of how we relate to it. And when I say relate to it, this is a relation not out of reaction, but out of intentional response. How do you regulate yourself? How do you bring yourself back to center in knowing that all things are working for me? I am safe, I am supported, I am guided, I am directed, and I can let go of anything that limits my true expression. Take that in for a minute. We can release anything. We can let go. Not always release, because someone reminded me that release is making that agreement to be reattached to it. But also, we can let it go. It no longer has to have its foundation of truth within what we do and how we move and how we express our experience or how we respond to our experience. You know, the more I think about how this weather is going to improve, the more I see the sun peeking through these clouds, y'all. The more I hold on to the vibration of I'm here to have a good time, the more the opportunity for me to have a good time will begin to show up. This is just day one, and I don't have to give up. I don't have to give up my wishes. I don't have to give up my dreams. I don't have to give up the expectation of how good my life can be. I don't have to give up any of it. I can truly begin to be the embodiment of it by truly showing up in the energy of it each and every day, knowing that every day is an opportunity. Every minute, every second is an opportunity to make it better than the day before. But it's truly up to you to explore. What do you want to see? What do you want to experience? How do you dictate your experience based on what you see or on how you truly feel and how you bring that into your experience? Knowing that, you know, we don't always get to choose the perfect weather, but the weather within us can bring us the peace, the comfort, the safety, security, the joy of just being able to experience it. Sometimes we just have to observe life and see how nature also reflects how life shows up for us sometimes. And we have no control over it. We don't have control of anything outside of ourselves. But we can regulate, we can balance, and we can bring harmony to every experience the moment we decide to go within. And really fix our crib. Fix how you view it. Fix what you know for sure. Fix what, yeah, this can give me one type of energy of, oh my God, my whole vacation is ruined, or it can give me how good can it get energy as I look around and I see how everyone else is responding and knowing that it is a constant. The waves look so beautiful, and it's beautiful out here, even in the midst of the rain. You see? I don't know if y'all can truly see the waves, but oh my God, look at that. The ebbs and flows of life. We get to experience it. We get to behold it. We get to become one with it. And even as these people over here, they're like, this weather ain't gonna stop us from getting in this water. I don't know if y'all can see them. They're like, they are not moved. I don't want it to be flat. I have on a bathing suit, okay? I have on a bathing suit. But yeah, I'm not gonna allow it to stop me. I'm gonna continue to embrace the experience, to be in nature, to have my feet grounded in the sand, shine my light in the midst of all things that don't 100% align to what I thought was going to be right, okay? We get to choose every day how we show up into every life experience, whether it's raining, whether it's a breeze, whether it's a thunderstorm. We can truly shine our light in that space and say, this is working for me. I get to choose to be happy. I get to choose to look at nature and see how it responds in a way that is normal. There's nothing wrong with a little thunderstorm. There's nothing wrong with having a little chaos and destruction. It's just about what is it that you are discovering in the process. So, I am representing today Girl Let's Go Travel. If I could truly let you see, I'm going to post some pictures of my shirt. On the back, it says, Girl Let's Go. Girl Let's Go. Where are we going? We're letting go. We're letting go of the things that no longer serve, and we're walking into all that we desire. Understanding, we get to choose how good can it get. So until next time, I'm your host, Chantel Sierra Tishakim, coming to you from the beaches of the world, just see, in this high frequency energy, knowing that I am the voice, I am the message, I am the power, and I am